Did you tag me?
Uh-huh.
Facebook Live.
All right, we're ready? We're good?
Yeah, we're
All
live.
right, guys. All right, well, hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Remote Assistant Scout. My name is Inga Springman, and I am joined by some of my favorite people. I have Richard Smith from sunny Houston, Texas. Well, Katy, Texas, I should say, right?
It's raining today, but it's pretty sunny sometimes.
Awesome. And then we have Richard Smith Jr. over in the Philippines. George, you didn't change your name.
Oh yeah,
He's
I'm
like,
sorry
yeah.
about that.
Oh,
Wouldn't matter.
yep.
So you guys, it's snowing here, and I'm really disappointed.
It's snowing?
Yeah, there's like snow, like big, humongous snowflakes. Just
Oh, that is so awesome.
I know. No, it's not awesome. What are you talking?
Look right here. Oh, it's a commercial, but we're watching Christmas movies while we're here.
Oh, I love it. I love that. Multitasking.
It's never too early to have a Christmas movie on the TV.
So you guys, what we're talking about today is something that is really fun and kind of something that every business owner, whether you're in real estate, whether you're a mortgage professional, should be doing, especially at this time of year. And that's hosting events. Any kind of events, whether it's a lunch and learn event, a happy hour event, a appreciation event for your client. This is the time of year to start celebrating. Everybody loves to celebrate come November 1st. So we're going to be talking about how to set up these events, how crucial it is to have someone besides yourself kind of orchestrating the entire event, doing all of the follow-up so that you can get people to your event, because any good event with poor planning will not be executed properly. So today, Richard's actually in the middle of an event at his office in Katy, Texas, which is super exciting because he's going to share with you guys exactly what his event's all about and how it all came together without him doing one single thing. Right, Richard, other than showing up?
Pretty much, yeah.
All right, awesome. So, hey, guys, take it away. I want to hear all about the events that you do and the things that make these events so spectacular to your clients, to your partners, and how do you guys get the people to come to these events?
All right, thank you, Ms. Freeman. And if you guys are interested to learn more about virtual assistants, you can always contact Inga or Richard here on Facebook, or you can contact us at 281-394-0624. And of course, before anything else, I think it's quite important for us to really identify why are we holding these events. So it could be for marketing, it could be for appreciation, it could be for, reaching out to more realtors in your community, or, just more on connecting with your home buyer leads and maybe past clients. So Richard actually do a lot of events. So there are realtor workshops. There are, I think Richard held a special event last 2016, I think, with Hal Elrod. Is that right, Mr. Smith? Is it Hal?
Oh, Hal. Yeah, Hal Elrod with the Miracle Morning.
So
we did. Yep, we did an event with him, and it was amazing event. So I think we had a couple hundred realtors out there. I spoke and did one of my classes. Obviously, Hal Elrod headlined it, but it was a lot of fun. But in the same thing, it was very similar to just doing realtor classes, or like today doing a customer appreciation event. So it's and what we're going to talk about is how easy it is for me to do these events, because I pretty much just need to show up, and we're going to talk about some really good tricks on ensuring that other people do show up.
So Richard, you have these events. I feel like you have an event once a week at least, right? You do
pretty much
in your community with your partners, with your wife, who's also your business partner, and with the title companies, and you do them quite frequently. But you're not really responsible for making them all happen. Like, you don't actually put together the lists, call the people, do the invites, set up all the venues. Who does that for you?
So I'm going to answer that, but I will say that the amount of events that I have, if I had to do everything, I wouldn't be able to be a mortgage loan officer, or I wouldn't be able to be a branch manager because there's no way I'd have time. So it's, let's say I do an event a week, that's it, just an hour or 2 hours a week. That's it. Because everything post-event and everything, pre-event and post-event are being done by the virtual assistant. So what did you ask me? Give me an example of that.
Well, no, so you just, basically you do a ton of events, like I said,
right.
But you are not responsible for actually putting together the venue, the lists, the marketing pieces, because if you actually had to spend 20 hours a week doing that, like you said, you probably couldn't be a branch manager or a, mortgage banker, correct?
So we have what's called standard operating procedures. So let's say I teach a lot of realtor classes. So if you're a loan officer out there, a great way to meet and help realtors and be an expert on different things is to teach realtor classes. And then if you're a realtor, we're going to talk about some other great ideas and ways to do things that can help people. But so for example, if let's say next Thursday, I have a class that I'm teaching at a title company. And so what the virtual assistants basically do is ask me, when do you want to teach the class? And sometimes, what do you want to teach? Sometimes I'm just told what to teach. So the virtual assistant will get with the title company. They'll schedule the best time to do it. And then Gerard, when I'm done, let me know what else I forgot, because it just gets done. So I do forget some stuff. They'll schedule somebody to come out and sponsor breakfast or lunch, like an insurance company or warranty company. They will put out advertising for the event, because we want to fill the event, right? It's like I did one 2 days ago and we had 25 realtors show up. So we'll have, Gerard or Joycelle or, your virtual assistant will do the marketing and advertising to get people in. And they'll do everything from email marketing, Facebook marketing, Instagram marketing, work with lists, and then also get with the title company, make flyers. And when I say flyers, we're talking about flyers that can be printed and handed out, which is done much less now in our digital age. So JPEG flyers that can be posted. So these flyers will be posted. So, but here's what's different, because most people that do events, they advertise it. And then a Facebook event, and then, an Eventbrite or whatever these websites are for events. That's pretty much what everybody does. And then they just sit and hope people show up, right? Well, what the VAs will do is they'll basically put in the flyers, if you're interested, click this link. So the link will go to a landing page. The landing page will basically confirm that they're coming to the event. It'll ask for their name, phone number, email address. And the reason we do that is we want to know how many people are coming, and we want to know who's coming. And then what some of the other things the virtual assistants do is, and I'm not sure if I have the exact timing correct, but a week before, they'll send out a reminder. They'll send an email that basically is full information on where the event is, what time it is, who the sponsors are, what the event's about, and then a map to where the event's going to be, so everybody knows. And then 2 days or a day before, they get another email, and then the day before, they get a phone call confirming that they're still coming to the event. So I don't know how many times they're contacted, but what we found is when we do this, our show up rate is through the roof. Like it might be 80% plus show up at our events. And I've talked to so many title companies where other people have events and have such a very low turnout. And it's because if I had to do this myself, there's no way I'd have time. Like I couldn't do that. So that's I'm sure I forgot some things pre-event. Post-event is, so I already know who's coming. When the agents come to the event, I always do a giveaway, so we get their business cards. And the other reason to get, there's a couple reasons to get their business cards. So I know who came, obviously. So I know who to send out the value items. So we send out a packet by email. The virtual assistant does to that includes the PowerPoint, and then it includes a lot of other goodies, things that can help the agent, value information they can use to help with their buyers and sellers. So I'm giving them, stuff that can help them. So the virtual assistant basically has a list, standard operating procedure of what gets done after the event. Oh, and aside from me just showing up and teaching, I only have one other duty, and that's scanning the business cards to send to the virtual assistant. But those are the only two things I do. So once the event's over, the virtual assistant has a list of what they're going to do, and they're going to do everything from send an email with all the information, with the PowerPoint again, thanking them for the event, links to things, all of that in my name, with my contact information and all of that. They will send or they'll connect on every social media. So Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram. Then they'll send a direct message through Facebook Messenger, basically as me thanking them. And if you're a realtor and you've been to my classes, it's not me, but it is me, because it's very sincere. So when I send something, I'm being sincere. If my VA sends it, it's still me doing that, and it's being sincere. So they'll send a direct message saying, just wanted to thank you so much for coming out to the event. It was great seeing you, blah, blah, blah. So they'll send, what else do they do? Oh, add them to my CRM, set them up on some really cool value, maybe drip marketing campaign. What else? So what am I forgetting, Gerard? Because I know this is stuff you guys do, or Joycelle and the other VAs do. I just show up and teach and then scan the cards. So did I miss anything?
I know. I think you pretty much covered everything, but on a virtual assistant perspective, just for everybody's expectation, it took some time for us to cover everything for Richard. So it wasn't like, bam, I hired this virtual assistant and bam, this virtual assistant did everything for me. So it was a process. It's a long process.
Right.
But for right now, for a background, I've been working with Richard for 7 years now. And that's the reason why, we kind of took over everything for him. So for the pre-event, so we're actually responsible now, in doing some schedule with the title partners, warranty companies, inspection companies, insurance agents. So we're the one who's actually coordinating and scheduling these classes. We're actually scheduling, we coordinate with these people, or these partners, for us to determine which class we are going to present and who's going to be our sponsor for the said event. So after we set everything in terms of the schedule and the topic, so we're the one who's doing the marketing as well. So we create pamphlets, flyers, we do social media marketing, we do some invites. And when we say invites, it's both email that's being sent out to our realtor database, lead database, and then social media marketing. So when I say social media marketing, we are not only posting on Richard's Facebook account, but we post to basically every corner of social media. So there's LinkedIn, there's Instagram, there's Facebook story, there's Instagram story, there are Facebook groups, which allows network events to be posted. So we need to be careful about that, because not every group on Facebook would actually allow you. There are specific groups that would just are really all about listings. So we're kind of we always check if we're allowed. So those nuances needs to be checked. And not only that, we set up Facebook events. So as what I've mentioned earlier, email marketing as well. So it's either on MailChimp, any of your systems that supports mass emails. And we are also responsible in setting up the landing pages. So when you say landing pages, it's a lead capture system. So people would write, there's the information of the class on there, and there are, information that needs to be filled out, the name, the phone number, the email address. We use this for us to track how many agents are coming, and for us to give them some reminders. So what we do here is, a day prior to the class, we send or we call these people just to confirm if they're coming or not, and also just to give them a reminder that the class is happening by tomorrow. And so Richard really just shows up to the class, present the class, and also sometimes we're the one who's creating the PowerPoint presentations too. So
Gerard,
oh, that's right. Let me give you props, Gerard, because yes,
he does the PowerPoints.
Gerard does most of the PowerPoints, if not all, especially branding me to them. Of course, like the strategies that I teach are strategies that realtors are using across the country that work, that have success, because you never want to teach a class and just hope it's something that's going to work, because then you can lose credibility. So these are classes that work. But Gerard definitely, like, I remember back in the day, Gerard, I would put a PowerPoint together and be like, God, this looks good, and I'd send it to Gerard and it would come back and it would be like, oh, mine was embarrassing. So yeah, your virtual assistant can also help you do that too.
So just to talk on that topic, my virtual assistant as well, like I always give him, hey, I want you to research this topic. I want you to put together a PowerPoint presentation for it.
Yes.
And send it over to me. And then of course I go over the PowerPoint presentation. I fit in what all my knowledge and everything that I've learned, and then kind of tweak it or change the color scheme or like do a little bit more, branding for myself. But I mean, it doesn't, for the time that it would take me to research, put together a PowerPoint, it saves me so much time. And
oh yeah.
Events also don't have to be live, face to face. They can be online. Like you can have your virtual assistant set up a webinar, like a first time home buyers webinar, that you can, through MailChimp or Constant Contact, send out to your list so that you can have people, come on a webinar and join you that way. And that's all done for you as well.
Inga, you make a really, really good point, because I know so many realtors and loan officers, because usually the realtor and the loan officer will partner and do a home buyer seminar.
Mm-hmm.
And 9 out of 10 times they'll get either 0 or 1 person show up.
Yep.
And the reason is they don't have time to market and let everybody know. So yes, having a virtual assistant support you in that way, and filling a room with home buyers is just unbelievable. So that you made a really good point with that too, because this isn't just something for loan officers. This is for realtors. And so being on a realtor appreciation, Ruby, stand up. We're doing a Thanksgiving past client appreciation where, we give the past client a pie, and they come in and they pick up their pie, and we tell them how much we appreciate them. And so this is our special guest. We actually have a Thanksgiving turkey here at our pie appreciation.
She looks
and
great.
So, yep. And so, yeah, it's, every past client is showing up. They've been confirmed. They've been emailed. They've been called multiple days. Because you're asking, think about it this way. We're giving them something, and we're giving them a pie, but we're also asking a lot out of them, because they're driving from wherever they live to the location to pick up. And we're actually at a title company, but to pick up a pie. But so not only are we showing them appreciation, but they're showing us appreciation by coming. But because the virtual assistant has helped put this together and do all the reminders and the emails with the map, same thing as the class, the show up rate is almost 100%. Every once in a while, one person might get caught up at work or whatever. So any type of event that realtors do, loan officers do, having a VA, and here's the thing, and Gerard touched on this a little bit, having a VA that, makes $4.50, between $4 and $5 an hour, helping them do these events can definitely help grow your business. But what's really cool is, yes, it takes time, but they still have time to do so much more. Calling on past clients, calling on database, calling on leads, running your social media, building out your database, putting together flyer. I mean, there's so much that they can do. The events, that's just one part of it. That's what's amazing. We've seen we've seen so many realtors and loan officers and insurance agents,
So
not
I
just their
recommend, yeah.
businesses, but just change, like grow.
And I know, you guys, I'm not just an advocate for this, okay? Because I enjoy coming on here and talking to you guys on Thursdays. I do. But I'm an advocate because I know it works. I've introduced the virtual assistant to several of the loan officers that I work with, and they are so happy. It's freed up so much of their time. Not only it's freed up their time to do and work on things that they make them the most amount of money, but it's freed up their time as far as they're not anxious about the things that they're not getting done, okay? So if you
Right.
go to bed every day and you think to yourself, oh my God, I needed to do this, this, and this, and I didn't get to it, and then the same thing happens the next day and the same thing happens the day after that, you're missing out on the enjoyment of your career, because what you're doing is
Yeah.
now you're starting to think of all the things that you don't get to on a daily basis. Why not let somebody else take care of that for you? I know that with I mean, I've even talked and trained some of these virtual assistants that work for my loan officers, and I love it because, one, they're knowledgeable, they take direction very easily, they are skillful in the things that we're not skillful, like computers and I mean, maybe I'm not very skillful in technology, but they can figure things out that I don't have time to, that my loan officers don't have time to do either. So it's a pleasure working with the people that Gerard has put in front of us. And I think that that's a huge testament for you, Gerard. You really do a great job in finding really, really high level, skilled, successful virtual assistants that really make a
Yep.
huge difference in anybody's business. I'm not just talking about calling past clients and database stuff, and I'm talking about like big things like setting your website up, putting together landing pages, doing these events. These events take a lot of time, and if you're not doing events at all because you don't have the time, well then shame on you, because you're missing out on opportunities to build more relationships and build more business partners with that. So I think that
Yep.
that said, I'm a huge, huge advocate for getting the help that you need and having it done through a virtual assistant, because a lot of times people say, I can't afford this. Well, you know what? You can't not afford this. Like, it's costing
Right.
me more money not to have help than it is to have help. And people say, I don't have time to train the person, or I don't have time to give them tasks. Well, you know what? A lot of times the training is already done. You can have Gerard do the training for you. You can have, if you're one of my loan officers, you can have me do the training for you. So I would be more than happy to help with my team, the people that come on board with me. And Richard helps his people too. So the thing is, there's ways to, integrate help in your business every single day. So don't hesitate because you don't have the time or money. You're basically wasting time and money if you're not doing this today.
Yes, and you just really
Right.
have to add on that our responsibility here doesn't really limit on the recruitment part. I mean, the value that we give is way beyond, finding somebody to work for you. Like, I'm just going to give you a very specific client situation that we had, I think, 3 months ago. That somebody reached out to us because her main focus really right now is to fill her classes. So she hosted an event last October, and she kind of reached out to us late July, I think. And her concern is really someone who could help him or help her fill her classes. So we find someone who's really experienced in social media marketing, experience in in networking events, and we brainstormed with a virtual assistant that she hired. And it was a very successful event because they literally didn't know how to to market it. So I kind of assessed how the situation is, or what the current situation was. So she doesn't have any realtor leads or a realtor database. So we kind of brainstormed with our virtual assistant as to how to build her realtor database, how to market her social media to social media. I mean, how to market her classes to social media organically. So the value that we give is not entirely confined into the recruitment part. So we brainstorm with your virtual assistant. We make it happen for you. So because if it won't work with you, and then what's the purpose of hiring a virtual assistant anyway?
Well, I know
Right.
that anytime my virtual assistants or the virtual assistants that you've placed with the people that I work with say, oh, you know what, I'm going to ask Gerard for maybe a a piece of, marketing material that you've done, and you always are willing to help those virtual assistants because they're your people, right? Like you'll say like, hey, if I need this, I'll be more than happy to share with you this marketing thing, or I'll be more than happy to tell you how to build a realtor list so that you can, market to it. It's not like you place them and you go away and you never are involved again. You actually take, pride in what you do, and you stay with these virtual assistants because their growth and their success is really a reflection of you.
Yeah, here is what Gerard. First, let me say, if anybody, and it doesn't matter if you're a realtor, a loan officer, an insurance agent, someone in gas and oil field, financial advisors, we've helped everybody. So Gerard has helped with remote assistant scout, and there's probably even more HR positions. Here's the thing that Gerard has built. He's built an attraction system or an attraction model in the Philippines where only the best of the best reach out to Gerard. We're talking about college graduates, people in the Philippines that want to be a virtual assistant so they can stay home and not have to drive an hour to work, and they can make really, really good money doing that because the cost of living is very different. But what he's built is he's built an attraction model that brings in the best of the best. And the way he's done that is he's so good at matching people. And what I mean is matching the right virtual assistant with the right person here in the United States, realtor, loan officer, whoever, where it's a great fit. Because think about it this way, as a loan officer for me, or as whatever you do, if you have a virtual assistant that is helping you grow your business and giving you more freedom, you never want to, you don't ever want to lose that person. I don't never, ever, ever, ever in my life want to lose my virtual assistants because they help me that much. Well, look at it from their perspective. They don't want to bounce around jobs. They want to be happy. They want to have a stable job with the same person for years and years because they don't want to have to go try to find another person. And then if it's not a good fit, it never works out. And, so Gerard has just built something amazing. So if you guys, anybody has any questions, literally all three of us can answer and do DM me, and I can set up a 15-minute phone call and just answer your questions and kind of tell you the process and kind of go through there or go direct to Gerard, whatever. Any questions, feel free to reach out because we are here to help. And like Inga said, that's so important is we're just not a one-time we're not a one-time fly by night, find someone and then you can't ever get a hold of us. Because if anybody has questions, whether it's the VA or whether it's the client in the United States, I don't even like to call it boss because it's really a partnership. We are always here for questions and for things like that. Even the VAs have a private group page that they can go to and ask questions with each other so they don't have to worry about, is my question dumb? I don't want to ask my boss something dumb and look, they can find out questions amongst themselves, and that's private for just them. And that's something Gerard has put together that really has made it a great tool for the VAs to help each other and to help each other become better without worrying about something. Because trust me, when not everybody, Gerard, you can agree, or I think you would agree, is not every VA knows everything. But the VAs that Gerard hires, they may not know everything, but they are the type, they are quality, they are the type, they have the right attitude, they teach themselves. Yep. Like there's things years ago Gerard had no idea how to do. Like I don't think you ever knew how to do a landing page and things like that. He taught himself. He went out and he watched videos and he learned and he taught himself. And that's the kind of people you want to hire. I've talked to people in the past, or I've talked to people recently and they say, well, I had a VA once years ago and it just doesn't work. No, you had the wrong VA, like you had the wrong person. So just wanted to sorry, sometimes I get going and keep
Well,
babbling, but just wanted to make that point.
yeah, I mean, you're passionate
Yeah.
about it because we know that it's changed your business. It's changed the way you do business. And I just pulled up my phone because I just got a text message yesterday saying, "Hey, Inga, I'm so happy with my virtual assistant. I've hired him on 4 days now. He's calling realtors, setting appointments, and calling leads and FISBOs. I like him a lot, and I'll eventually make him full-time after the new year. Thank you so much." I mean, these are just things that I get on a daily basis. And now, like I said,
Yep.
if you're one of my loan officers and you work with me, I will train your virtual assistant because that's what I do. I care about you. I care about your business. I care about your growth. Even if you're not one of my loan officers and you hire a VA through Gerard, I'll still help you out. Okay. So the thing is, we all have that same mentality. We help others. And that's why, while we're also successful, is because we look at it from that point of view as how can we help you? And, in helping other people just be successful, I think it comes back like tenfold, right, Richard?
Yeah, and you made a good point too. I'm glad you said that. Is you can hire a part-time VA, you can hire a full-time VA. You can hire. I had for a while. I had a VA that she only worked 2 hours a day, and she just did all my social media every day. So, but what ends up happening is your VA. Let's say you do decide to hire part-time, they grow your business to the point where you need them full-time, and you can definitely afford them full-time because they help you grow your business. So yeah, part-time, full-time, it all works. The way remote, just comes straight out. We don't sugarcoat or hide anything. The way Remote Assistant Scout works is it's a finder's fee. There's a one-time fee. There's no middleman. You're not paying $5-6 an hour for your VA, and then the VA gets $3, and we get the difference like these other companies out there. It is a one-time finder fee to match and fit the right VA, and it just works. Like Gerard's that good. Like Gerard, have fun in Hong Kong.
Yeah,
He's going on a
vacation. Well deserved, right?
And he deserves it. He deserves every fun minute that he has there.
And you're leaving tomorrow, right, Gerard?
Yes, correct.
Awesome.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, so you guys reach out to Richard, reach out to Gerard, reach out to me if you are at all interested in doing more events this year or next year. If that's on your bucket list, on your business plan to start doing more events with your business partners, with your clients,
yes.
A virtual assistant will really help you get that plan executed and done right. So make sure you call Gerard after his vacation, right?
Yes, you guys can contact the three of us here directly should you have any other questions, or if you want to schedule your 15-minute virtual assistant strategy call, and we'll take it from there. You can also contact us by 281-394-0624. The caption, our contact information is right up there in the caption. So
right, and even if someone's interested now, don't wait for Gerard to come back, because I can definitely do a strategy call. And if you do call Gerard's number, obviously it's going to be answered by another VA, because that's what everybody should be doing that's on this listening here is. So yes, we are available 24/7, even if Gerard's on vacation. And he's not going to answer. I will say that, because he needs to enjoy himself and have fun and get away, just like we all do. So you better not call Gerard. You better keep it 100% personal and have fun, and don't drink too much.
and stay off of Facebook other than posting pictures, please, because we know you use it for work as well. So thank you guys. Thanks for another great episode. I really appreciate you both. Richard, good luck with the event. I want to hear all about how it turns out. What a great idea to appreciate your clients and give them pies for the holidays. Awesome.
Yep,
you guys.
You bet.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Rock.
Thank you.
And we'll see you next week, same time, same channel. Or Gerard, you're going to be in Hong Kong, right? So it might just be Richard and I.
No, I'll be on next week. Thank you, guys.
All right. Thanks, guys. Talk to you soon. Have a great week.
Bye-bye.